And Nick, you're starting out with that presidential election in the Philippines.
Hi to you, Tom. And indeed, let's go right away to one of the Filipino papers. It is the Philippine Daily Inquirer, which is saying that the man to beat out of 5 candidates is Duterte, Rodrigo Duterte, a mayor of Davao. And the paper there on its front page saying he has vowed in his campaign to kill tens of thousands of criminals and end corruption. The paper says the outgoing President Benigno Aquino is warning that voting for Duterte carries dangers similar to Hitler and would bring terror to the nation. The quote from Aquino there on the front page of the Philippine Daily Inquirer: "I hope we learn the lesson of history. We should remember how Hitler came to power."
You found another comment piece in another Filipino paper, which is forecasting yet more political instability for the country.
Well, this is the Philippine Daily Tribune, and the comment writer in that paper says that when President Aquino came to power 6 years ago, he vowed peace and order and that all crooks would go to jail, yet the only political foes were charged and jailed despite lack of evidence. Now, this comment writer, there you can see her, is saying that the Filipino voter is a modern-day Sisyphus of Greek legend, condemned to roll a boulder up a hill and watch it roll down and then push it back up again, over and over. The quote there from this piece: "The Filipino Sisyphus does not see that Duterte's death squads," remember he's said that he will kill thousands of criminals, will in fact become the killers of the Filipino people. It is not improbable, the opinion piece says, that in a year or two there will be more corruption and bloodshed and yet another people's revolt.
Okay, let's move on now to another story we've been talking a lot on France 24 this morning. That's those wildfires in Canada.
Well, an end to the flames may be in sight for some, but the Globe and Mail is saying that there are wider issues at stake here. What we've got is an unusually strong El Nino underway at the moment, and the comment writer here, Doug Saunders, is pointing to the fact that while El Nino itself does not indicate or is part of climate change, it is taking place in the warmest decade in recorded history. We have these fires now in Canada, but also wildfires in Siberia and eastern Russia. If you go to the Globe and Mail website and read this piece, it's a long list of very depressing droughts across the world at the moment. Ethiopia, South Africa, Malawi, Zimbabwe, India, other Asian countries. Really signaling the alarm there. You can see the headline: "A world ill-prepared for warming." The El Nino is showing that there are warmer temperatures now, but around the world we are ill-prepared for what's coming. Let's turn to, that's the broad angle, let's turn to the highly focused Fort McMurray Today newspaper, which is where the fires have hit hardest. And a comment piece there is saying that our buildings, our businesses and homes may not be standing, but we are. The comment writer for this piece, Fort McMurray will triumph, is saying that, well, I'm in Edmonton now, but I am determined that we will bond together forever with this crisis. So an upbeat piece there.
And finally, Nick, no press review is complete without a look at some Donald Trump news.
Well, normally a few months ago, it would be Putin that would be the dominating force on the planet, but we have switched over now to Trump news as the filler or not, depending on how much news he's making on a particular day. An op-ed piece in the Miami Herald says it is a great time to be horrible in America today. This is arguing that xenophobes and bigots have been brought out from the dark corners in the internet. The specific example is conservative radio host Michael Savage, who has said, according to this Miami Herald piece, that it is the out-of-work factory worker in Indiana who voted for Donald Trump. The media don't dare say one word about what Obama has done to the poor white man in this country. And that explains why Trump is triumphing. He's not triumphing just yet, of course, because he's not in the White House or even the nominee as such. But I can only switch to him, or a satirical version of him. The LA Times has a piece saying that, well, for the VP nominee, let's go to a TV reality show. Why not the VP as Apprentice? The White House Apprentice, a version of that TV reality show to choose the right contender. Or why not just put all the contenders onto Trump Island? And let's have a real go at selling some merchandise after all. Or another example, put the contenders into Trump Tower and play a game of Big Brother on TV. ABC, he wants to do that. That's a satirical piece, of course, about Trump, of which there is lots and lots out there.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Nick, for that spin through the international press this hour. We're taking a very short break right now, but don't go anywhere. There's more world news and headlines coming up. Do stay with us.